What's poppin', y'all? And welcome back to I Do It Myself. So happy Monday, all of y'all. I hope y'all had a good weekend. This weekend, what did I do? Ran around with my daughter. She had two flag football games. She got her first touchdown. I was extremely proud of her. And in her basketball game, she had a basketball game too. My baby's tough. She an athlete. She hit a three. So I'm happy. And they won that game, even though they got smacked in the football games. But it is Monday. Let me tell you what else I did this weekend. I watched a lot of my content. I usually don't watch my stuff even from the everyday struggle days. Like I don't know, it's just weird for me to watch myself on TV or camera after the fact. But a lot of people were saying to me like I was looking like I was not healthy, and I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't. You know what I mean? I wasn't healthy mentally, I wasn't healthy physically, and I just started getting myself together. And I want to tell y'all thank you, because if any of y'all is going through some tough shit, man, listen, don't try to fight it on your own. Talk with people, get help. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy for us, especially right now. It's a lot of shit going on. Times has always been crazy. I don't know what's wrong with my eye. My eyes a little irritated. Times has always been crazy, but right now they eat crazier than ever. And I want all of y'all to be good, because in 2025 is going to be a big year for all of us. We got work to do. You feel me? And shouts out to all of y'all that review my work. I didn't know that so many of y'all take and repurpose it, and I'm not mad at that at all. I love the fact that y'all do breakdowns or reactions to what it is I say. Y'all inspire me, and I hope I'm inspiring y'all. With that being said, let's get to it. So today we talking about Jay-Z, right? So this suit, this civil suit came towards Jay-Z. Well, it got announced on Sunday. And it's ran by this dude, Tony Buzbee, right? So Tony Buzbee is a lawyer from out of Texas, out of Houston, Texas, to be exact. He ran for mayor back in 2019, and he got spanked. He also is the lawyer that created that hotline and said that he's representing 120 people against Diddy, right? And while it is shit going on with Diddy, and the serious shit going on with Diddy, don't want to minimize what nobody's going through in that case. This is just ridiculous. Tony Buzbee, to me, seems like an ambulance chaser. He seems like somebody is chasing clout. He seems like a loser to me. I'm gonna just keep it 100, and he's looking for a win. And through this suit, you'll see like different ways that it don't even sound believable on no type of forefront or nothing. Now, listen, if people gonna lie to get it in this world, Jay-Z made a song called Can't Knock the Hustle. You know what I mean? It's kind of ironic, but at the same time, it's like, you got to at least be a little bit believable. But before we get to that, let's get to this clip back when he was running for mayor, and what Sylvester Turner, who he's got spanked by in the campaign, had to say about him.
Go here, but since you're talking about public corruption, in Galveston, federal judge Sam Kent, there was a federal judge that removed all 85 of your cases from Judge Kent because of corruption or conflicts, all 85 of them. Now, what was he doing for you? And what were you doing for him? For all of those cases to be removed. Anytime people start talking about corruption, take a look in the mirror. They may be talking about themselves.
Hey, Attorney, thank you so much.
Maybe I should respond to that.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah. We'll give you 30 seconds.
Maybe I should.
Last rebuttal.
So when somebody's bringing up corruption, he said they probably need to look in the mirror, because they're usually talking about themselves, right? So, again, Tony Buzbee, to me, seems like a loser, because right now he also has a suit that was filed against him by this woman who he was representing in a divorce. And it says the plaintiff, named as Jane Doe, filed a lawsuit against Houston-based attorney Tony Buzbee, saying he assaulted her while representing her during her divorce. All right, bro. She alleges Buzbee pushed a champagne flute into her face in a fit of rage, and the hit caused her to chip a tooth. You know what I'm saying? The woman claimed to have medical and dental records as proof. Now, of course, Tony came out to say that this was false, this was fake. Of course, he's gonna do that, but he got a case around him. Well, he has not a weird case, but he has a direct case. What is he doing around? But Tony Buzbee, she said that Tony Buzbee is a hypocrite. There's nothing worse than a black hat that masquerades as a white hat. Now, again, I'm gonna read through some of this stuff when it comes to the suit. And the thing about Tony Buzbee is he seems as a loser. He's an Uncle Rico. He probably still living in the past, talking all that Marine shit, right? And we'll get to that. But You know what I'm saying? The thing that I don't understand about people is y'all want to see bad shit happen. You know what I'm saying? And y'all want to see bad shit happen to good people. Well, a lot of y'all don't care if Jay-Z is not good. Me personally, even though I know him, I don't talk to him. You know what I'm saying? And what I got to say today isn't predicated on no Jay-Z shit. This is basically my feelings when it comes to how people use the law system. And because law is not about it's about the law. It's not about what you could prove. The law is about what you can prove. It's not about the truth in most cases. But in these civil suits, let's break down what a civil suit is. So a civil suit is a case, is non-criminal lawsuit between individuals or entities where one party, the plaintiff, claims that the other party, the defendant, has caused them harm, usually seeking financial compensation. That's the biggest thing about all this shit, financial compensation, or a court order to rectify the situation, such as in cases involving contract disputes, property disputes, personal injury, or divorce. Essentially, it's a legal dispute that does not involve criminal charges brought by the government. So, all right, as a father, right? And I want to talk to my fathers out there, especially the ones that got daughters, like Nas said. I have 2 of them, and I know that if something happened to my daughters, which I hope nothing never happens to them in the vein of SA or anything like that, I'd be going to the fullest extent. I'm going to do the worst to somebody who does something like that to my daughter. Now, if I'm not willing to do the worst, I'm going to proceed legal action. I don't want no money. I want you to go to jail. If I'm not, see, for me, I'm going to keep it 100. I've never pressed 911 in my life. And I'm not saying that as a bragging point. I'm talking about just being a young, ignorant man. It's plenty times where I could have or should have, and I didn't. But I'm just being honest, yo. If you not going to do nothing like that, or you not willing to do nothing like that, then do the right thing so that you could get people locked up. And in the response that Jay-Z gives, he talks about that. But before we get to that, right, let's talk a little about this suit. So in the suit, you know what I mean, this girl who's 37 now, I believe, she said she was 13 at the time. She was going to the VMAs, couldn't get in the VMAs. And a limo driver for Diddy says, I can't get y'all in there, but I could get you into this party. And he's telling her that Diddy likes young girls and this, that, and the third. So a limo driver talking to a 13-year-old girl is telling her that he could get her into a party, but he can't get it. Like, again, if you're going to lie, at least make it sound believable, right? So it says that she was mingling in the crowd. This girl is 13 years old. So basically, they was on some Eyes Wide Shut shit. If you never seen Eyes Wide Shut, I think Tom Cruise movie. His wife was basically in a sex cult, and there was all this stuff going around. But it wasn't no minors in that movie. You could definitely see that everybody was an adult, right? Of course, it would have been weird for them to make a movie and it was minors in it and that type of shit. You know what I mean? But none of this sounds believable to me. So it says that she was offered a drink. She started to feel woozy and lightheaded, and like she needed to lay down. She went into a room to get some rest. 13-year-old. My daughter's 13. You know what I'm saying? A 13-year-old walking around a grown party. All right. I just want y'all to know if this sounds believable to y'all, because you know the conspiracy theorists out there, y'all not going to let up. But y'all will believe anything. You know what I'm saying? I got some real estate on the moon too if y'all want to buy some. I'll send y'all my cash out for that shit. But it says that shortly after, you know what I mean, the suit claims that Combs went into the room and he said, "You are ready to party." You are ready to party. How does he jump in the room and say, "You're ready to party"? Like, how does he say this shit? It kind of reminded me of this.
Chappelle to be in my documentary, and he said it was too hot for TV. Bitch, I did not say that. It does not even sound like how I talk. Oh, that's too hot for TV. I would never say that shit.
So, you know, like Dave Chappelle said, I don't even talk like that. Like, I just can't even hear, like, even if it would have been some corny shit like "take that" or "I'm about to take that," even though that would have been super duper corny and typical, that would have been a little bit more like, it's not believable at all, but at least it would have sounded better than a lot. All right, so it says that she alleges that Carter removed her clothes and held her down and because I can't say the word, raped her while Combs and another unnamed female celebrity watched. She says Combs also raped her as Carter and the woman looked on. The suit also says that she was able to resist being forced to perform oral sex on Combs by hitting him in the neck. That's when he stopped. So you mean to tell me, 13-year-old girl at the time in 2000, how old was Diddy? Diddy like 53, 55 or something like that now? So he had to be around like in 2000, what, 31? So a 13-year-old girl, wow, she done went through all of this stuff. She done been assaulted and violated by 2 grown men as a woman watch. All it took for her was to do a neck chop. You know what I mean? She just hit a neck chop and that was it. Like once she hit the neck chop to a 30-year-old grown-ass man, she was able to stop him. Okay, cool. So this, again, right? The shit that bothers me with stuff like this is because it's a headline. And people would like to believe that everybody in the music industry is just on some demonic shit and they're harming children and harming women and harming themselves and everybody's on drugs and everybody's deceitful and there's no honest people who make an honest living and everything is all messed up, that something like this could be believable. But one of the things that I want that we will point out during this response by Jay-Z, I'm not reading this whole shit, it's a lot. But one of the things that I will point out is that when people make these allegations, of course, they're trying to make their payday, they trying to make they come up, and nobody for once thinks about the harm that it does to other people, which would be defamation, right? I think like this is one thing that I feel about lawsuits, especially lawsuits that involve sexual assault. If you lie and it's proven that you've lied, if it's proven that you lied, you should go to jail. You should definitely go to jail. Because I'm tired of seeing people who go to prison 20 and 30 and 15 and 10. One day is too long of a day enough when somebody lies on you and you go to prison. It shouldn't just be that you get some financial compensation from the state. The person who lied on you should go to jail. And if somebody was running for president and they proposed that, I would definitely vote for them. But all right. Let's go through Jay-Z's response letter. It says, my lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Buzbee. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. He also says, these allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. And this is what I'm talking about. How many situations do people run to the internet about saying somebody did something bad to them? Go to the police. Go to the feds. Go to the police. Get this person locked up. If what you're saying is as real as it gets, right? If this person was really harmed and something bad really happened to them and it's trauma and all of this, go to the police and prove it. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to get no money. Because you got to, everybody, even for the conspiracy theorists out there, y'all don't question when somebody goes for a civil suit instead of a criminal complaint. All right, but it says, whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? I agree. These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. This lawyer, who I've done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these theatrics. I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Buzbee, but I promise you I've seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. My only heartbreak is for my family, and that's what I'm saying. My only heartbreak is for my family, right? My wife and I will have to sit our children down. One whom is at the age her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. So, again, I want to know from y'all. Y'all can write in the comments. You can say whatever you want. If you haven't, like my video, because I really work fucking hard for y'all. You feel me? But I really want to know, yo, like, when does it start and when does it stop? Right now, on one hand, you have situations that are very, very egregious. You got situations that are bad, but then you get these people who could just say anything at any time, and it doesn't matter who gets hurt. So if Jay's daughter is going to school, possibly a private school, but the private school, all the families is rich, they're gonna see this. Well, imagine the pain that his daughter got to go through. Imagine the because I'm talking about Blue Ivy. She's the oldest. She's probably gonna be the one that deals with this. But imagine the tough skin that she has to develop just by being Jay-Z and Beyonce's daughter. And if you have no empathy for that, then I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna read this whole thing. It's closing by saying he says that, you know what I mean, I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the projects of Brooklyn. We don't play these type of games. We have very strict codes of honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for their personal gain. I ain't gonna lie, the way this was written, I know y'all be talking shit about my man Meek, but it sounds like Meek wrote these. This sounds like a Meek tweet, you know what I mean? A good one at that, you know what I'm saying? It says, only a network of conspiracy theorists, fake psychics, will believe the idiotic claims you have leveled against me, that if not for seriousness surrounding harm to kids would be laughable. It says, I look forward to showing you how different I am. So I'm going to tell y'all straight up and down. I think that the lawsuit's bullshit. I think that it's a money grab. And I think that Mr. Buzbee is about to get spanked and put out of business as an attorney. Like I said, I think dude is a loser. He's been a loser for a long time. He lost, you know what I'm saying? He lost the mayor run, you know what I mean? The run for mayor in Houston. He has a bad reputation in Houston for being this lawyer that tries to extort people. And I think that he's going to get spanked. And it's just simple as that, man. I think that also, just as society, as a people, while you don't have to like Jay-Z, I don't give a damn if you like Jay-Z or not. You got to start looking at the fact that lawsuits, laws, all of this stuff has gotten way out of hand. It's gotten way out of hand, and it's going to get dangerous. And it's going to get dangerous for a lot of different reasons. There's going to be so many different things that get passed in the next 10 years that we've never seen happen before. There's going to be a lot of people trying to shake trees to see what the fuck falls out. And you don't want to be on the wrong end of history when it comes to that. So for all of y'all that say they believe these things, let's just hope that this never happens to y'all. Let's hope that your moms never got to look at a article and see a lie put upon you. Let's hope that you never get locked up because somebody pointed a finger and they were wrong, or they just didn't like you, or they just wanted to get something out of you. You know what I'm saying? And let's be more responsible. It takes a lot to become a lawyer. So for y'all lawyers out there that's trying to do the bullshit, shake people down and get money, I hope y'all tear your motherfucking ACLs. I'm keeping it 100. I hope you tear your ACL. I hope you tear your, your tibia, you break your tibia, all of that. Everything that's bad that could possibly happen to you, all the bad luck you deserve. This is how I do it myself. For the ones that rock me, you know how we doing. For the ones that don't, eventually will. I'm Wayno. Send this to your mom, send this to your uncle, send this to your little homie so that they can learn something. We ain't bullshitting over here. I catch y'all the rest of this week. Peace.